Isaac here, and I'm going to show you some of the things that you can do to tweak the Ubuntu Gnome 14.04 desktop. As you can see, what we're looking at here is definitely not the way that it came from the factory. So let me walk you through a few of the things that I've done. As you can see up across in the top bar, you see a lot more stuff than there used to be up there. When you traditionally search through the GNOME 3 desktop, you click up here and this little speed loader, I guess you could call it, or dock bar pops up, and then if you want to look at everything, you click this little grid right here and it'll pull this grid up for you. So and that if that works for you, fine. If you are someone that likes a more traditional menu based layout, there's a couple things you can do. One is, and here, pull up the tweaks. From inside of tweaks, there's a few things you can do. One, okay, go to your extensions. There's this application menu. You can, and under applications, you can turn it on, turn it off. If you turn the applications on, you now get a category based menu when you click on applications. So that may work for you. Another one, an extension that I downloaded from the GNOME extension, is this GNOME menu, and that gives you this menu here. You got some favorites right there, categories, that sort of thing, a search bar. And actually, once you install that in that settings, you can, there's all kinds of stuff that you can tweak on there. You can get rid of the shortcut panel, change the menu layout, all kinds of stuff. So that may be more to your liking, depending on how you move, that sort of thing. And I guess while I'm here, I will show you some of the other extensions that I added. There's tons of extensions for the GNOME desktop, so you can go through there, look for stuff that's going to help you out or tweak things the way that you like to see it or the way you like to do things, that sort of thing. Anyway, let me show you what I've done. Caffeine, which disables the screensaver. I always put caffeine on anytime I'm using a GNOME desktop, because I hate it when maybe I pause for a minute to read a document or whatever, and then all of a sudden it drops into screensaver mode on me. Really ticks me off. So I like having caffeine on there. I'll decide when the screensaver kicks in. Thank you very much. Let's see what else I got. Drop down terminal. Traditionally on my desktops, I've added a quick type terminal. This is built into the GNOME extension, so now you just hit that little squiggly line button above the tab. I don't know what that's called, but if you click on that, you get a drop down terminal and work from the terminal there. Really like that. Always like the drop down terminal. It makes it convenient. You don't have to dig through your menu or add an icon or anything like that. Just boom, you're ready to go. Added a media player indicator for when any of the media players are running. It works with Banshee, Clementine, Rhythmbox, all kinds of media players. Impatience, it speeds up the GNOME shell animations. I like it snappy and quick, that sort of thing. So that's my sort of thing. Added a system monitor and selected user themes, which allow you to load other themes from directory. But to be quite honest, I looked at some other GNOME shell themes and really didn't see anything that I liked better than the current theme. The theme isn't bad. And one thing I want to point out is, if you notice, I've got a dark top bar, but my windows, when they pop up, they're a light gray in color and almost white. Don't go too dark on your window color, because when you pull up a lot of your applications, you won't be able to read what's on the windows. Because it doesn't automatically compensate and go excuse me, and switch to like a white font. So like when I switched to a dark theme, and when I pulled up the Software Center, I couldn't read anything that was there. So I went back to the default theme, and really it doesn't look bad. It's actually pretty nice looking. I did change the icons, which if you go to, where was that? Was that Appearance? Yeah, under Appearance. That's where you can change your themes. The icons I'm using now is Mouse Univite. I'll pull up so you can look at some of the icons. The only thing is that certain things, if they don't have an icon for it, it just defaults to the default icon. So you may have a few icons that don't really match. Some people that may be a big deal, others it might not. But anyway, I switched to that. I like that icon much better, and also changed my wallpaper. As you can see, this is not one that came from the factory. I did a little searching online, found that one, found some other ones too, but you know, I'm going with that one for the time being. From here you can change your fonts. I added Franklin Gothic fonts, which is what I'm running under now. I like those much better than the default font that Ubuntu Gnome came with. I'm trying to think of what else did I tweak here. At least for the time being, that's it. But as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that you can change. Keyboard hot, you know, hotkeys, that sort of thing. I did do and I'm not sure why, but I clicked to add title bar buttons for maximize and minimize, and on some title bars it works and some it doesn't, because as you can see under here, under the tweaks, it did not add the minimize and maximize button. But like, let's say you know, I pull up Firefox, it added it in Firefox, and I've got some other applications where it added. So why it adds it in some and not in others, I don't know. I'm not going to try to figure it out. But anyway, you've got that you can change. Different, you know, whether you want to double click, single click, all that kind of stuff, you can change some of that from here. Tweak on the workspaces there. I added the date on the applications menu. If you want certain applications to start up, you know, as soon as you turn on your computer, you can do that from here. And if you're somebody that, like, as soon as you turn on the computer, you want to check email, you know, you could add in, say, so Evolution starts up right here. Typically, I do that for my drop-down terminal, but since I've got it as a GNOME extension right now, it's going to do that anyway, so it's not really something that I need to tweak it myself. Anyway, that's about it. Now the big question is, am I going to keep this as my regular desktop? Now, kind of backtrack just a little bit. I didn't, I'm not running this in a VirtualBox, but I didn't delete my elementary OS Luna from my desktop. I just made a partition and added Ubuntu Gnome alongside of Elementary. Now the question, am I going to keep it? I don't know. Jury's still out. I've been using the Elementary workflow long enough now that I really like how I've got that desktop set up and the workflow there. I don't know that here in GNOME that I'm going to like it as much. I might try tweaking this desktop so that it's set up exactly the same way as in Elementary, and see if that makes me a little happier. But right now, this isn't bad, but I still like my workflow in Elementary better. So the jury's still out on this one, because to be quite honest, if I'm going to tweak this so that it's exactly like Elementary OS, then why not just use Elementary OS? That's kind of my line of thinking. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have questions, comments, all that kind of stuff, leave it down below. If you like the video, give it a big old thumbs up, and thanks for watching again.